What a better place there isn't, I'm sure, for this series to end on. Yes, we get a treat. We get a repeat of exactly the series we had in the major. The final that will be remembered for ages and ages. One of the best of all time. And it's going to start off with FaZe on the attack, and on the attack quite quickly as they take over banana control and push Cloud9, or at least Stewie, the only player in B, back inside of the site.
Well, he'll be able to hold on for now. He'll be actually there alone, like you said, but FaZe are going to fall completely back towards middle. We've got an interesting setup with Skadoodle and Tarek in the boiler room right now. This could go amazingly well or horribly wrong. We'll see which way it goes now as Tarek does hit them go towards middle. Can he do it again with the USB? He gets two. Can't find the third, but the damage has been done.
Certainly has, because he's opened up the arch side. 4 players of Cloud9, they're all still alive, are so far removed from the action, having stacked up the quad side, that Stewie now has to have a brilliant moment of individual skill, and he's shut down immediately by Kerrigan. That's going to allow for the bomb plant. Yes, still the advantage to Cloud9, but that's taken back by Rain, who gets aggressive. Tarek quickly and accurately removes of him, much to the delight of Cloud9, who are going to increase their chances. Having the bomb just being planted means Nico has to clutch against 3. Kerrigan had nowhere to hide, and Nico's missed the first shot, which means they'll all face him down, or do they? Because Tarek goes wide at the same time that Automatic was trying to support Rush in his efforts to defuse the bomb inside of the smoke. Nico's going to try and spray onto him. Automatic slides in, wants to protect him, needs to be the meat shield, can't do it. And Nico missing the shots means that Cloud9 go 1-0.
Not really even feeling out the map there at all. FaZe just so set towards going towards that arch position. They didn't clear boiler at all, map. That's not even a default. That's just them hoping that no one faces from quad or boiler. Tarek swings out, finds 2, and FaZe, they're not looking the usual stealth right now. They can be a lot more slower than that and clinical with the map, but opting to just rush out towards middle. It will be Tarek finding that kill, and they're going to force buy here in the second round from what we can see. You can see the AK's out for Rain. Nico's got the Deagle and armor, so they're fully invested. But the other teammates got about 2K, so they can still bring out a lot of firepower. Remember, Nico did survive in the previous round, so he just brings out a Deagle instead of the Glock, so he'll still be able to buy the AK, from what I can gather. So just Rain with his tactical purchase right now, seeing if he can just cause some damage to the defense of the CTs. He had a very quiet game on Cash, and this could be his redemption as he does manage to tag up Skadoodle there. Skadoodle with the UMP. Nico trying to convert that damage, but at least they have some mid-control now.
North American flair to today's festivities in both accounts, as NIP versus Liquid comes up immediately after this. Both teams looking a little more on form. NIP certainly had a battle to get into the playoffs, but Liquid's been hot as of late. Damage done to Guardian early, the same 2 for Skadoodle, both of the AWP players, both lacking that weapon so far. They're the ones that take the damage as Rain with the AK. It's yet to be revealed, and once again, Cloud9 giving up the arch are going to allow for the wrap. So Stewie and Automatic are in banana, giving up pretty much everything, but will likely allow for this bomb plant to take place, and then work for the retake. The rotation's already heading in their direction. Bomb across, more money for sure, for certain. Rain's AK is going to take down Stewie. He took a good amount of damage, and he's going to be sitting inside of a Molotov, which makes it all too easy for the UMP of Skadoodle to take him down.
Well, that's the bomb in a very awkward position. What was a nice idea from FaZe has been quickly shut down here. 3 versus 3. Actually, Skadoodle there was 1 HP, so he is the 4th player for Cloud9. As Tarek finds Guardian as well, the chances of this completely disappearing now are 10 seconds, and they might not even be able to get any money, but there it is. Double kill from Automatic to finish things off. That was, remember, not a force buy, just 1 AK.
That should have been planted. When you have that much of the site to work with, and again, you did bring in the AK, you want to get that injection, they don't do so. Technical pause, just to indicate why we've got our pause music on.
Yes, so this round they can still buy 4 AK-47s. Carragher going to be on a Deagle probably, as we'll get into the next round. So some damage done there, so that 1 AK does enough work at least to find FaZe in an advantageous position to go into the next round. Definitely a technical pause here as we enter round number 3. There's Olaf Meister on his Scrooge right now. It's 2-0 as we make it to the 3rd map. This is where most of the hype will come in. Inferno definitely got the chance to deliver here. Headphones coming off, so
a hard-locked PC. So we'll see how quickly they can swap that out for Cloud9. I presume that it's Stewie. Although I say that, and Skadoodle's headset is off as well. When headset's off, obviously, we can't reveal much as to the situation. I do love that we've got our wall back, if you will. The
separator, the divider.
Exactly, that rises up out of the stage after the center has been used for the presentations at the start.
Absolutely.
Keeps you from seeing the screens of flashbangs, which reveal position potentially.
But it's a nice stage. You can actually kind of like be very close proximity and kind of be part of the atmosphere. It's cool just to see your opposition before the game starts. You can actually look them in the eye, you know. That's a nice idea. But indeed, round 3 will come in. As Matthew said, we can't break down too much information. I won't kind of speculate as to what's going to happen here. And it looks like we're underway. It's the stats, at least for the series so far, Matthew. Top performers on the Cloud9 side, Tarek and Stewie. Tarek by some margin as well. Nico, 45 kills. Look at Rain at the very bottom. He's at 28-31. One of the absolute star players of the FaZe clan. They didn't have him at all, really, on cash. And that was what came back to haunt them, really.
Impressive form from Tarek, considering again in game leading. That's kind of dispelling that myth that
I never believed in that anyway. It's, for me, if you're going to be the in-game leader role, you need to be able to handle that and frag at the same time. That's why the in-game leader. Sure, you might have some great strategic ideas, but you can't do both jobs, and it doesn't really work.
You can't be a boat anchor.
Exactly.
As well as the quarterback.
Well, here we go then, ladies and gentlemen. Like we said, FaZe clan probably have 1 pistol and the AK-47s. Cloud9 definitely taking some financial damage in the previous one. That 1 AK will bring them down to just MP9s in the hands of Stewie and Skadoodle. They still have 3 rifles around that, but they'll be expecting this as we get into this one phase with a good chance of picking this round up. Compromises though on either side. For now though, not so much default, actually a lot of mid-focus here. 4 players towards the mouth of middle, Rain towards that boiler room. He usually plays quad on the CT side. He knows how this area operates and all the little tricks that CTs can use. And Carrigan will lead the charge of his pistol, just trying to get the intel and move the crosshairs of the remaining CTs on that side for his teammates to gun them down. Now boost above the smoke. What's the play here? Is Carrigan go for the run boost? Does he jump now? He does, going for a run boost. Got to go around. Not the best, but not dead yet.
Would have been interesting if someone was inside of the cubby. They certainly would have arrived faster than they were ready for, but Kerrigan continues to charge. Wrapped to the side, he's cut off by Rush. Elevates himself toward the graveyard. Does leave him exposed to where Olaf was walking out from the apartment, but it's still all in good faith for Skadoodle on the side. Versus 2 needs to raid, and he goes wrapping. He does. Good trade from Guardian, however. And he'll go for the safest plant possible, and rightly so, because it's not exactly what you'd expect coming from Library. Does Guardian read this? He has no idea at all as to where Automatic is, but plays it slow enough that he finds him sneaking into the sights, and it's the round to FaZe.
Well, there we go. Guardian very aware as to what was going on there. Automatic thought he had him hook, line, and sinker. Rushed with a nice play to get 2 kills. Wasn't quite enough. Skadoodle, that MP9, did absolutely everything he could. Amazing flashbang to bring it into the 1 versus 1. But I think the money will be broken now for Cloud9. They are going to force buy regardless. For Mass, for Rush, and Skadoodle brings out the M4A4. 2 pistols and that MP9 once again. Here we go then, FaZe start their campaign on Inferno. This is going to be a very close game. You're going to see back and forth rounds. You're not going to see 10 consecutive for either team. You're not going to see a 10-1 or anything like that. Both of them well-versed, and Inferno seems to bring out the very best in terms of clutches and high-octane counter-strike. As Skadoodle kicks things off. He's on the window still, takes down Guardian and manages to slip away.
Certainly does bring a great series, and I think we're in for one. Kerrigan will fall back to deploy a smoke. That's front library. Doesn't like to pick up the bomb, so don't look for them to commit just yet. This does certainly limit what Skadoodle can work with, and spraying into it reveals that he's on that side of mid. Maybe Kerrigan might have a save for that with the smoke going down and the flash at the ready, but it's back toward Banana instead, and towards Stewie inside of the site, who plays alone, at least for now. Automatic on Speedway. Will need to be speedy.
Oh yes, Stewie alone again. This time though, only with PT50, he's got almost no chance, but a good smoke to buy him some time as Automatic transitions over.
And he wants to play directly in front of it as well. So if they flash, or if they rush through carelessly, he's ready. He actually goes below the drop. They look into the site instead. Smoke's late to deploy. He gets away.
He's going in.
And he's going to push through with a flash as well. Couldn't find them directly in front of him as he'd hoped, because he needed to capitalize as fast as possible with the P250. It's still the 1-man advantage to Cloud9, but a bomb planted. And the guns are certainly on the better for FaZe, as they have the AKs certainly covering off Banana as well in the hands of Rain. Boost up for Olaf could catch them off walking in from Ruins, but he also has to consider CT. No further utility to hold off Cloud9. They in turn don't have kits, so they need to go now if they're going to go at all. tough decision to make. In fact, they're letting this go very, very late. Rush with 1 kill, traded by Kerrigan, and Rain's gonna shut it down. No chance in winning the round at this point in time as Tarek's locked in the corner. He'll lose his gun. Rain makes damn sure of it.
Well, there we go, Rain finding some form there as Cloud9 with the pistols, the 1 rifle. Good opening kill, Skadoodle boosted up towards the quad side. Gets the first one, funnels them back towards B. That's where Stewie waits by himself. He did a very good job to get that 1 frag and fall back, but then flashing through, maybe he could be considered a bit too greedy at that point. He had the man advantage, him just running through for nothing. Gave it back to FaZe. His teammates ended up a very difficult retake without the weaponry or the utility to do so. It will be the round going against them and tying things up at 2-2, and a full eco now for Cloud9 as the B rush comes in. No damage really inflicted. It's going to be not even a single player towards the B side of the map as Olaf Meister opens things up, takes down Skadoodle. And that will confirm they are full eco and Rain. You can see he's on the bridge right now, spots a couple of players. Doesn't need to find them. They don't need to kill those players. You can just make sure you win the round at this point. Don't give away a rifle to the very high-skilled opposition.
B-side open for business. And Cloud9 will look to encroach behind in Banana and do what they can. Last thing they want to do is have Kerrigan farm them. Interestingly, despite that they had Banana, which is a very common exit point, they don't want to hold it to look for the exit kills. In fact, they might just let this happen as it is. Kerrigan is the one that's going to be hunting towards CT. map3 let's get knocked out immediately by Rush. Okay, map3 available Rush. Everybody wants it. They'll go toward it. Rain and Nico now. And Guardian all in position to chase them down. Just to get one of the AKs dropped. That's beneficial. In fact, now getting 2 kills with just pistols. Bit of an overcommitment from FaZe. There's not really much in this for them.
Well, that's the thing. We discuss this all the time, Matt. Like, is it even worth hunting for frags when they've got nothing? You've got nothing to gain above than $300. Like, and you've got everything to lose. I think you do sometimes need to be a little bit more cautious in the approach when trying to hunt those frags towards the end. But needless to say, it will be FaZe now 3-2, and no AWP available for Cloud9 here. Still recovering in terms of their financial status, and there will be 5 M4s, 1 diffuse kit available. A relatively good amount of utility overall, but missing a few bits and pieces, most notably Incendiary on 3 players and only 1 diffuse kit available on the entire squad. FaZe now, they'll have control of the game. They're not going to use that T-side AWP just yet. Rain will be trolling towards the boiler room as the smoke comes in towards middle. There's one towards the arch from Guardian. That should land in the face of Skadoodle. There, as you can see, they'll take most of his vision away.
Very close to the site. He wraps in. Very well done, as well as he gets the shot over toward Rush. It looked like he had nowhere to go with the crossfire down, but just enough support from his teammates on the balcony as Skadoodle locked inside small pit, has to wait for the smoke to dissolve, and not only that, he's got to wait for Stewie. Or does he? Because already Cloud9 are looking like they're backing off. Stewie's heading for the hills, and Automatic's already down toward apartments. T-side, what a round from Rain on the way through.
Well, there you go. That 1 smoke towards the arch. It's a huge explosion towards the A side of the map, knowing that Cloud9 usually play quite passive on this particular map, just playing 2 players in the pit, 1 in the bomb site. Skadoodle probably at the arch side with AWP, and he has 1. They managed just to explode from the apartments and the quad, going in together. Rain with a double spray down, and the CTs can't handle it whatsoever. They didn't think it'd be coming that quickly. It was a very fast round indeed, and Rain, after looking completely absent on cash, does manage to open things up with 2 very important kills there. It'll be Automatic trying to save his weapon there. 2 players go down for FaZe once again, and Cloud9 will save 3 rifles here. Is it a chance to bring out the AWP? Not quite for them, and on the other side of the server, it certainly will. Guardian brings out his T-AWP, and most of us, the casters and the analysts, have said and agreed perhaps that he is the best T-side AWPer on Inferno, which is a very difficult role.
He's certainly had some competition in that. Oscar and Simple have put up good numbers on that map, but consistently throughout, you're right, it has been Guardian, so we'll see if that can get rolling for FaZe. The lead 4-2 on the T side. Cloud9 that had the comeback happen on the CT side during the major final. Remember, that was where they played in the second half, not the first. Nades. And good night. Nico gets obliterated at the bottom side of Banana. Kerrigan will look elsewhere with the bomb for now, as Rain already inside a boiler. Could make an entry point known and resounding effect toward the arch, so much as if Skadoodle were to overstep, commit toward a pick, Eric would immediately be in position to punish that. You'd expect that if Rain were to do so. fire from the pit for Tarek as he backs off, though. Makes this an interesting affair because Skadoodle's not, at least not currently, in the positions that they're in, looking like he's going to get much challenge at Library. That means he can turn his attentions. He wants action, though. So he's going to get back toward the arch.
35 seconds remain. Much slower approach here as Nico went down early to the damage of the Molotov and then the conversion with the grenade. Olofmeister looking to challenge Skadoodle. Remember, he's only got the M4 this time. Does significant damage, but takes some himself. Olofmeister punishes him, and the A approach will come in. Tarek playing towards the quad. His teammate goes down. He has to do absolutely everything here. This could be enough, though, Matt. The bomb is down. Carrigan finds him, though. That was a very important kill. 10 seconds on the clock. If Tarek gets one more, that was it. It was done. And the retake begins. Stewie and Automatic got plenty of time to work with here. The few kits on their belts. No grenades to work with, though. Carrigan sits on the bomb site. Olofmeister in the pit itself.
I don't think Cloud9 has much of a say in it. They'll go. They've got 2 kits. A smoke for Automatic as well. If they find 1 kill, they might be able to force the issue. Wolof certainly reveals his position by throwing out the nade. Automatic spots it, but can't get him to peek. And when he does, Wolof makes damn good on Automatic because Stewie's stuck in the site. They were trying to find Carrigan, and Carrigan doesn't want to be found. Makes things very awkward, and it's now 5-2 in favor of FaZe.
Well, there we have it. After losing the first pick, Nico going down. They coordinate towards middle. Much slower approach this time, trying to focus on Skadoodle, who, luckily for them, did not have the AWP. He's got the M4, mistimes his peak, fired off some bullets, tried to get away through that arch, but down he went. 4-on-4. They pinned it towards the site, and Tarek and Rush caught out of position. Couldn't get anything done from the pit. It come down to the 2 versus 2, and there was a chance there for Tarek as he got the bomb down, but ultimately traded out plenty of time. A very simple procedure for Olof and Carrigan to clutch it out. We go into round number 8 here, and in terms of the cash, it will be a partial buy for Cloud9. Overall, the scoreline 5-2 in favor of FaZe on the T side right now. Cloud9, we said partial buy, you get maximum loss bonus as of now. So they'll get good money for the next round. They could bring out a double orb setup. We know that's capable of doing magnificent things on Inferno, especially with Cloud9. Got plenty of AWPers available there. Automatic, Tarek, Stewie, Skadoodle, all keen AWPers. Only Rush that doesn't really do it at all. And this should be quite a simple procedure as Guardian sets himself at the MAC-10. He can even go in first and just call whether there's a stack here. Try and do some damage. As he smokes CT spawn, he'll flash in as well. And this should be at least a commitment from him, maybe not the whole team.
Guardian through, MAC-10, both blinded, but loses track of them in the smoke. Manages eventually to find Stewie as it forces Automatic to rotate around toward Ruins. A round that should be fine for FaZe as Guardian finds his 2nd kill as well, building back up that bank account. Tarek is going to back off. No need to give away fragged.
Well, they've got armor here, Rush and Tarek, and believe it or not, might as well just save that. If they can find some exit frags here as the T's exit through Banana, that could be great. It's unlikely that FaZe will allow them to find 1 kill, save an AK, and get away, but we'll see. They will be exiting towards that position. Rain certainly is. Olofmeister not far behind him. They can just sit by the logs, though. They don't need to hunt for weapons. Once again, Matt, we discussed this already. If you know they're just on pistols, let them save the pistols. That is fine. Saving a bit of armor is not going to be the difference maker here. And Guardian needs to be a little bit more careful. He's got lesser HP, but he's got the MAC-10. Maybe he can justify going on a hunt here. He will go in towards the T steps, but get nothing for it. 6-2, though, in favor of FaZe. They were looking like a different team toward the latter stages of cash, man. They looked like they were broken. Good to see them kind of bounce back, even after losing the pistol here, and they seem like they're back to being a solid unit once again.
So Cloud9 has to respond. They'll bring out the guns in doing so in a double op again. Imagine that'll be split accordingly. It is. Skadoodle the one on the A side.
Stewie can be a very erratic AWP. He's towards B, so watch out for him.
Nade stack down. It only does minor damage to Carrigan. It was Rush and Tarek that threw it, which puts Skadoodle as the only player on the quad side for the moment, but then Rush rotates back around. Luckily, FaZe don't exploit that potential.
Oh, Nico, his position, Stewie's going to think it's clear.
Yep.
Oh, not anymore.
Good call. Not only did he realize it, destroys Nico with a good shot. That could have been catastrophic, you're right, because if he overstepped the mark on the half wall even slightly, the crosshair placement was there from Nico to take his head directly off as Tarek. He'll hold at the top of middle with Automatic, Rush, and Skadoodle, all 4 of them on that side of the map after Stewie's kill.
as Nico to go down at the very start once again.
FaZe has been very good at dissecting this, however. Even when they lose banana control early on and Cloud9 thinks that they're safe to rotate, FaZe has been very good at taking that back and causing a little bit of confusion on rotation and timing from Cloud9. Again, they'll force Stewie back. Exactly this. They still have 52 seconds, and no longer can Cloud9 be comfortable with their positioning. In fact, they almost over-rotate by putting automatic towards CT and Tarek as well. That gives up a lot of room toward the arch. FaZe is doing just enough to keep movement in the CT side. So Skadoodle playing the pillar. Has a shot to top mid. He may get one for this as well because it's not common the AWP plays there. He just leaves the angle when they do walk out. And he's tight in the sight. He's gonna have to be perfect Kenny S style from that position. Tarek being so passive, catches Kerrigan off. He's expecting more of a presence and more pressure from Library, perhaps. And that does make it a 5 versus 3, 14 seconds. They're gonna save on the T side. They couldn't get anything going. So again, they do good force rotations from Cloud9, but they couldn't capitalize on them at all. So good hold from Cloud9 not to overextend, not to get caught out, and they'll take their third round, but guns available certainly for FaZe.
Yeah, it's not too bad saving 3 weapons. Sometimes you just got to accept that the round's no longer possible. Nico went down early, and then they tried to recover, lost another pick, and just wasted a lot of time with their default. And it's good play from Cloud9, not giving anything away. Once they have the huge advantage, that's the aim of the game. That half-wall position can be fantastic for AWPers especially, and Stewie is no stranger to a solo B hold. He gets both the kills. They will save the weaponry, like we said. FaZe will have to take no compromises at all, actually. Everyone's fully equipped. Guardian does have the AWP. It's 6-2-3, still early days here, and Stewie will be challenged once again. Guardian this time ready and waiting as the Molotovs come in once again. Stewie boosted up. We call this a fallen boost on his teammate's head on the corner, but it looks like Guardian could be looking to pre-fire this. He'll come around the corner. He's spotted though, and Stewie blows him out of the water.
Shot over the wall. A little bit optimistic on the next one as he fires into it. Nico may have been able to get that shot off in time. I think he spotted, but couldn't react to the fact that Stewie was still peeking. He gets the op and gets position at the very least. But again, the advantage to Cloud9. Minute 17 to work with this time for FaZe.
Indeed. Good job this time by Stewie. Knowing he's got that opening pick, the job is done. He doesn't need to challenge these world-class players and take 50-50 duels anymore. Use the advantage you've got. Fall back, bleed out the terrorist utilities. They had to dissect the map at this point. And as you can see, they're triangulating towards the B bomb site once again. They have to execute here, really. If they fall back, they have to be very slow. They have no information, no apartments. Middle, they don't know what's waiting for them. Smoke down, not a huge deal for the terrorists right now. They still have 45 seconds here, but it looks like they're ready to commit. Flashbangs in, and they'll go through.
Good play. Automatic gets directly in front of the smoke. Tiny corner to sit inside of, but he's hoping that they'll still be gray screen when they walk out. Instead, they're going to be white screen when he walks through. Good flashbang thrown by his team, and he gets 2 kills on the back of it. Kerrigan will get 1 in response, but that's all he's going to get. 27 seconds, and good luck. He may even look to save this again. Rush is expecting that he gets positioned. And if he does run back to A, he runs directly by him and checks it, but somehow Rush misses the shots. 6 HP. Kerrigan might just get a bomb down. That's all he can hope for in this situation. And that would give money to his team, but that's going to be denied.
Well played, Tarek, to finish things off there at the end. Surprised, Rush didn't find that kill from the boiler room, but once again, Stewie finding those initial kills with the AWP. Great work. Then, automatic. Brave to push through, but like you pointed out, a good flashbang from his teammate. I'm surprised FaZe didn't just bide their time. They had about 35 seconds, even more, when they decided to commit. They hadn't even thrown their smokes at that point. They threw them as the smoke went down, and then decided to go through one by one. Automatic gets the first kill, and then they stop, and he gets flashed in, and it all goes wrong. 3 kills for him. 6-4. This game is still wide open. As we get into round number 11 now. Money. We'll have a look at it for FaZe. Olof has got 7 grand. He could buy an AK. He'll go for a deagle drop. He drops a few pistols, as you can hear, just to make sure his teammates are in a healthier position financially. 2 Molotovs, 1 smoke, and a flashbang. I suggest he'll go towards B and smoke CT spawn, Molotov new boxes, and maybe Molotov first oranges. Run him with the CZs, and try and plant the bomb. That's my prediction, Matt. What's yours?
Great counter-strike, Henry. It's my only prediction. Stewie's going to take down Kerrigan, shot through the wall. So 6-5, looking like a possible scoreline, which would be great for Cloud9. Again, on different circumstances, playing from behind on the CT side. Still going to be an explosive play when they do go onto the B site, which does put pressure on Stewie to hit the shots, especially with 21 HP. Automatic has good position, but a single smoke from Rain could change that. I suspect his goes towards CT because it's more likely they'll be expecting the rotations and not to coffins. That's exactly the case. So they'll have to contend with Automatic having vision. Stewie misses the first shot. This is exactly the problem. Good timing on the flash. That allows Automatic to keep Stewie alive, and rightfully so, because he follows it up to take down Guardian. If he went down in emo, could have been a massive problem in the round. Olaf does still manage to get Automatic in the end, but not much more, I'm afraid. 6-5 is certainly the scenario. Wildcats as clever as he dare with the smokes down, but he's found immediately.
Good play. Cloud9 managed to fend them off again. FaZe did have some sort of set piece in mind by losing the early frag. Couldn't really do much with it. Here's the player stats. We're 90% of the round. Oh, no, we lost that one.
A little too quickly for you there, Hank.
Both of them gone. Didn't really need that, but there we go. Great stuff. And we'll go to round number 12. Double orb setup. AK out for Automatic on the CT side allows him to be a little bit more aggressive at the very start. 2 M4s are out. Stewie and Skadoodle this time on the AWPs.
Nade down. Catch anyone. I don't think, yeah, Kerr gets further up, so that damage came from the nade at mid as opposed to the one at the bottom of Banana. Rain already on the wall. Has no one with him because they're cut off by the Molotov, so Rain's got to be very careful. Thankfully, no one in a position to do anything about his positioning, and he's going to try and get a deeper smoke toward the library. Automatic is sneaking in behind them. I'm not sure they're going to be ready for his positioning at all, and he's got Kerrigan walking out unsuspecting. An easy kill, but Guardian knows he's in there. Missed shot from Guardian. Thankfully, Nico's able to take down Automatic, but if Guardian had hit the shot, Olaf would still be in the round. Now it is a 4 versus 2 in favor of Cloud9. Rush and Tarek toward the pit.
This is still so open on Inferno, looking to be tied up here. Nico and Guardian, though, could do something great with this. Rush denies it, though. Nico left in the 4 versus 1. He has got the bomb. If there was a player on the FaZe side to win these sort of rounds, you'd probably put his name first. He goes towards CT spawn. It's the best place to go, considering there's usually just one player on the B side of the map. Indeed, it's Stewie. It's so good for Cloud9 that he can play that position by himself time and time again and be confident to find 1 or 2 frags. Allows now 4 players on this side of the map. This time 3 with Automatic going down, but he's already done his job with the 2 kills he contributed already.
Found by Skadoodle in the end anyway, as it seems Cloud9 back in control, 6-6. This one's got all the ingredients to go the distance. And Astralis again will be watching this. Doubt as to who they're going to be playing tomorrow in the semifinal. Remember, Fnatic, the other team that is through, will play either Liquid or NIP. Imagine, not to discount Liquid because I think they have a great chance in that game, but imagine having NIP versus Fnatic on this stage.
Just for old time's sake.
Sure, why not?
Well, the defending champions here are Astralis. Previous IEM, though, is NIP, believe it or not. The last glimmer of success, but now Dennis in the lineup. Who knows what they can bring to the table. That's neither here nor there, though, as we'll get into round number 13, the closing sectors of the first half of the final map of this best of 3. It was FaZe who were looking so certain of making it to the semi-final. And now it's 6-6, and they've just got pistols and a partial by overall. Now I'm looking to take the lead here on Inferno. Go towards mid, and Skadoodle doesn't want to give too much away here. Good utility about to be deployed, and even better shot. Rush gunning them down as he finds 2. Tarek comes in for the easy spray down, and that should be the final frag. There it is. Clean sweep for Cloud9 as they take the lead.
Yeah, they're starting to really cement themselves on the CT side and looking like a great unit right now as FaZe is no longer able to exploit anything. Certainly not in that round without weapons, but they'll go back to them this time by Guardian back on the AWP. We've yet to see him really take center stage with it. He's only got 6 kills in this half. Rain back in the lead. That's something to take note of because this map certainly wasn't, was he?
No, certainly not, but he's only got 9 kills. He's not exactly setting the scoreboard on fire, but yes, good to see him back. Round 14, all for Guardian. He's got no helmet.
Tarek's already down toward mid-bench.
Oh yes. Good position.
Got him there early, and Skadoodle is trying to play the AWP to bait them toward him. He only has to worry about ult middle, but the flashes are too good, and Skadoodle had to be forced off the angle. That left Tarek with no lines of defense, and Guardian's able to trade off of it. So there you go. T-Sign up with 1 kill already, and they've got the advantage for FaZe.
4 versus 3, an open B bomb site. Stewie has taken such a gamble here to leave that side of the map completely open. If they do go B, not even a chance of a retake, really. They'll have to just give in. To be fair, they've got strong money, so maybe there is a chance in 15th round coming up. I guess they might as well give it a go. Rush, though, challenging towards middle. 3 versus 3 as Stewie rotates back in.
Yeah, and he knows that kill from Rush is going to funnel them and at least make them consider going back toward Bananas. So he was cheating on the rotation early after the trade off of Skadoodle. That's changed. But FaZe, unwilling to be readable, will slow things down and once again go back to look for information at the top of mid. Stewie's at new box as well, which is about as far away as you can be when it does come time to rotate, if it comes time for him to rotate. Looking increasingly like it will. With 36 seconds, Automatic will play the cubby. Do they expect anyone there this late? Utility to clear it? Not. They're going to go around the other way, and that's when Automatic strikes. Good timing. Great composure, finds 1 kill, flashing himself back out of the corner, double flash to make sure that, yes, okay, you might turn from the first, you're not from the second, he's not crossed either. Guardian might expect him to have done so, and Automatic wants to play it perfectly, knows that Guardian's back's exposed, Rush hits the shot instead. Nico's able to trade, but the bomb down, and Automatic will get in a position to immediately counter the fact that he picks it up. Doesn't need to peek it, that is a very good Molotov, but he's not accounting for the fact that Stewie has gotten in position. And yes, I would be frothing at the mouth as well. Cloud9 with 8 rounds, looking to take a 9-6 half on the CT side.
That was Cloud9 on the back foot there, Map. They had everyone committed to the A side. They're taking those gambles, knowing that the round was likely to fall apart. All of a sudden, Rush found a pick. Stewie could rotate back towards B with the equal situation. And then FaZe just not looking assertive enough. They're not sure how they want to finish the rounds off, walking into the crossfires. And Nico, good attempt at a clutch, but no heroics today. As we go to round number 15, the MAC-10s have to come out, the UMPs. They still have 3 AKs, but certainly no sniper. Skadoodle does, though. He'll fall back to a more defensive line as he watches the top of middle here. Guardian to challenge. He'll have the flashbang out first just to push him back towards the arch. As soon as flashbang comes in, fire a shot. Even though it's smoke first, he now has to go towards the library and hold that corner.
So Rain and Guardian to work together. Opposing side of that equation is, as you see it, no one in the pit but a stack inside of the site. Or at least a doubled position for Tarek and Rush, not so much a stack, but playing off of each other in close proximity. Skadoodle will watch the smoke. Guardian not willing to go through it. They have to do so with the UMP. Instead, it's over inside of the meat grinder. That is the A site, but without the crossfire, they're easily able to isolate them inside of the site. No. Tarek has to get aggressive, but Kerrigan's in position to take him back, and it's the advantage for FaZe. The one time they don't play pit.
Well, there you go. Tarek at least makes the round possible for the recovering players here. Automatic and Stewie will do what they can. Remember, it's the last round. Why is he this far back?
Yeah, I'm super confused looking at the map.
I couldn't really tell you. I think maybe he didn't realize it, round number 15. But overall, he'll be coming in. A long rotation and coming through the apartments now. Still with a little bit of time here. They have to act right here, right now. First kill has to come in. Automatic nails it.
Might have been far away, but he's the first to strike when he does arrive as he gets in the apartment doorway. What a shot from Stu! It pulls out Guardian. He may deny the defuse, but Automatic has the kill, and does he have the time? He's got the kit, no chance. It's gonna go to FaZe 8-7, and we've got a burner of a game on now.
We absolutely do. This is more like it, the third map delivering. Both teams going at it right now, and we split it right down the middle. 8-7 at halftime, so anyone's game. The Pistol going to be absolutely everything after halftime. Who's going to come out on top and make it to the semi-finals? You won't know unless you come back after this break.
It took a while for us to get there, but we've got a series now, and it is shaping up to be somewhat similar to how the major final went down. We keep reading that story for good reasons. Stewie, what a shot that was, but unfortunately a little bit too little, too late, as Cloud9 couldn't get the defuse. That leaves us with an 8-7, as close as you like scoreline.
And what's been great about Inferno team back and forth, no clear winner. Both the previous maps had one-sided landslide victories for both halves, and it was actually a little bit disappointing to watch in that respect. This one is heating up, and you're right, it's arrived just in time. Map number 3, 8-7.5. Ladies and gentlemen, here we go. This half decides who makes it to the semi-finals. Cloud9 have the lead for now with 8 rounds, and they'll have 3 sets of armor, 2 smokes. No banana rush this time with players towards second middle. Guardian and Rain left to hold the A side by themselves. Well, it's starting to come to life now as well. Nico has been boosted up in the back of the B site. And in terms of utility, 2 smokes on the Cloud9 side. They can use those towards the library, towards the bomb site itself in front of the pit. Stewie does get the B control, and they'll fall back. This will be an A execute.
Keep in mind that this is a bit more strenuous than the last time they played on Inferno, because I shouldn't say the last, that was last week, but the one before, the one we're all talking about, because it was the comeback on the CT side. Cloud9 only got 8 rounds this time on that position, and now they've got to go aggressive on T. Guardian already inside of the site has Rain doing damage from the pick. Good find onto Skadoodle, but Guardian couldn't withstand the pressure long enough. As he went down, it's Olaf that'll play inside of the smoke, still being traded. And in the favor of Cloud9, his automatic swings toward the arch. He cuts off a rotation and takes back Olaf, who has to turn away from Library. Not only does it allow the plant, but it forces Nico to have to go very aggressive without a kit. There is one down in the site. Good bait to find that Automatic is still in the cubby position, but wow. Automatic is far too keen to hit the shot on the Glock. And 9-7, good start from Cloud.
He's been sharp all tournament. Great play once again from Automatic. 3 kills there with the Glock to get it done. And it was FaZe ready for that as well. The execution comes in towards a good smokes. Flashbang's perfect as well. Olaf Meister can do nothing with that. That one smoke towards the arch side, towards top and middle, then right in front of the library. Those are the key smokes there. It gives them mid control and stops the rotations so they can fully commit towards the A side as well. The USP's rotating in. Will have to wait or push through and find 3 Glocks looking towards them. Forced by of sorts from FaZe here. 3 players all in with the armor. Carrigan and Guardian opting to just stay on just the CZ. I think Guardian's still on the P2000, so he's making sure he brings that all nice and early. But looking to challenge is Nico with that deagle. Certainly scary with it. Does a tag towards Tarek, but that's about it. He'll have to fall back.
So Stewie already behind the barrels will be the first to arrive on the B site. He exposes himself with an unwelcome Nico. He had the nade pulled and pinned to throw in his direction. Does do damage with it, puts him down to 45 when it lands, but it won't attack yet. It does mean Kerrigan's considering the possibility, and it leaves Rain and Olaf alone on A. 3-2 split so far from Cloud9. 50 seconds to work with, lots of time. Looking increasingly like it will be B.
You're absolutely right. It's Nico and Guardian to defend. They've got no nades. Just have to hit deagle shots through the smoke, and Nico might get one, but that nade does a ton of damage.
Oh my. Does it
like
ever.
A nuke.
And they're almost panicking off of it. Look, they're rushing back. Olaf's at the bottom of the middle. If he catches them off, oh goodness me, it could have been huge. Rain in the corner with the gun facing in. They're running by, but he can't hit the shots. That would have been amazing if Rain pulled it off, but not to be. And that nade, what a change in the round, because with 14 seconds, they're going to arrive on A. Bomb is dropped. If it were a few seconds later, it might be the round in itself. Nico is removed, and they would have been able to get the kill, but now it's bombed down, and he's found by Stewie immediately.
Rain could have been the double agent there. He could have even joined the pack, been behind all of them. How does he not get a single kill there? Crazy scenes, but certainly uncomfortable there for Cloud9, considering they dictate that massive name. They thought, you know what, we're out. They get the first few kills, but Rain could have done so much more. That at least 2 or 3 kills are up for his discussion. The CZ at that sort of range, that's perfect. He could have ran behind them and executed a few of them, but panicked a bit there and got nothing for it. Full eco for FaZe. This should be 11-7, but we set that on cash, and then look what Cloud9 did to them there. Default pistols sometimes can work.
Automatic tries to get a luck shot toward the corner. No one's going to be peeking it. Rush all the way back in alt mid, still checking to make sure no one's in boiler because they haven't really push the CTs anywhere, and they'll expect something from just the pistols. And Guardian running that P2000. And he'll be the man towards CT and smoked off, but at least the third man toward B with Kerrigan and Nico. Good shot. Stewie takes out Nico immediately on Coffins. That'll encourage them to take position toward the site. Continues on. Stewie, though, does get found by a boost. Good play from Kerrigan. Gets off of it, stays in orange's one rather than trying to get more aggressive, and Cloud9 slows once again. 54 seconds.
Most comfortable of rounds, but significant damage inflicted towards the FaZe side. Tarek resides on the B-bomb side, just watching for the rotations there, controlling them on that side. He'll get one, his teammates getting ready to go in towards the A site. And that should be it, but Rain might have something to say about it. Once again, can't get it done with the pistols there. They get a couple of kills, but ultimately Cloud9 will be happy with that. They just want to get the rounds on the board. As long as they keep about 3 players alive on the T side, that is fine. Not ideal, sure, but they will be in a strong place here. A time for a tactical timeout. This is actually the first time Cloud9 have called one on Inferno so far, so it kind of shows you what kind of mental state they're in right now. Quite comfortable, presumably.
They need to be prepared for Guardian.
Oh, yes.
Already back onto the AWP. Kerrigan with the only kit. I'm just checking the money to make sure that's actually going to be the case. That is. So only one kit.
So the thing is with Guardian, he's an amazing AWP, and FaZe, there is a bit of a controversial discussion about their double AWP setup. Nico will use it towards the B side. Sometimes that's where things go wrong for him, and that B side can be exploited. It seems like that's when he'll miss a few shots. They execute and collapse on top of him. He doesn't necessarily multi-frag like other AWPers will in that particular position. Round number 19. Khalil for Tarek, 4 AKs around him. We're coming to the last few rounds now. Cloud9 with the lead. And Tarek will Molotov towards the top of B there. Stop the aggression coming in from the CT side. There'll be none of that, though. Very default round. Rain playing his standard position. Olofmeister as well, but he's removed from it. Rush takes him down. Now they can just calm down at this point. No one has to commit. No one has to go looking for more picks. Wait for the reactions, bleed out. The CTs, you can see they've got little grenades right now. If you just hold, they can't just sit back. They have to either decide to push somewhere like the apartments or force a rotation from B. Right now, 2 players towards A, and then Nico and Kerrigan haven't moved just yet. They are going to throw a smoke out the top, maybe flash over and get some intel at least as to whether the T's are waiting to execute. Indeed, there's the flash. Intel gathered map. Now he knows at least there's no execute on that side, and maybe he can afford to rotate back through towards CT spawn, which he will do. In the top left, you can see, and here's Kerrigan. Checked it, and he makes an educated decision just to fall back.
Cloud9 bleeding out a lot of time early in the rounds. Waiting to see what FaZe will throw at them, perhaps literally, because it would be great to bleed down their utility. The fact that they've removed one. Significant. 39 seconds to go. Smoke again toward the top of Banana that's covered off and countered by that of a smoke from Stewie towards CT. Now they have no information at all, but without any further action on that smoke, Kerrigan's gonna rotate back. It's down to the crossfire of Rain, and specifically with Guardian removed, and automatic takes care of both of them as he runs by. Now he'll run toward the arch and cut off rotations, which are not going to arrive. Nico and Kerrigan want weapons, and Cloud9 has 12 rounds.
FaZe are just really grappling with every single round. They're losing the initial pick, and it's rushed to open things up towards the apartments, and Automatic just can't stop killing anything. Every single round, he's taking players down. This time, too, with the AK-47. Kerrigan and Nico can do nothing about this. They have to save the M4s once again. 12-7 coming in. Remember, this series was theirs. They were up 12-5 in what felt like a game where Cloud9 didn't turn up. It all turned on his head, and we find ourselves here. Nico will probably get a couple. Good frags, but definitely worth the chase. They do finally take down the beast that is Nico, and just Kerrigan will save the M4 here. Money not in a strong position. If they save the other M4, they might be able to justify the force with FAMAS's 2 M4s and a pistol. Right now, they might have to take another partial buy. Loss bonus coming to its maximum in the next round. They're currently 4-0 down here. Mexican wave, why not?
Well,
here he
going
is.
to need to be waves going FaZe's way if they want to get some momentum behind them. The M4 only for Kerrigan, saved again. He was the one with the kid, so we'll have one again in this round. Thankfully, perhaps. If it gets that far, that would be impressive in itself. Free smoke smokes left of the 4. They've already used one toward the bottom of Banana to try and get Kerrigan in position, and he manages to get a kill with it as well, but takes a lot of damage in doing so, and he's the only one with armor, so you would almost still want him to have that M4, but it really doesn't matter on 6 HP, does it?
Absolutely not. So 1 M4 has found the initial kill. Stewie to go down, valuable kill of that. 1 at 20.
Nico and Olaf as well trying to take position at the bottom of Banana to get that AK. They were successful in doing so. They had to use the second of their smokes. They're now used all 4 as A, top mid, gets covered off as well, but it was all to get that AK. May not even get that far to make the AK relevant. Kerrigan, the one rifle, finds 3 kills in the round, 2 of which were found with 6 HP as he transferred to the pit. Very dynamic. They weren't expecting him to be on the opposite side of the map as where he started. And suddenly Skadoodle is completely surrounded. 2 AKs, no armor for anyone, but he's backing off. His back fully exposed, despite covered off by a smoke to the library, and they were always going to push through together as soon as he fired.
1 rifle is all they need. Kerrigan stepping up there, the in-game leader, 1 kill towards the B side of the map. Then he rotates back towards A, knowing he can funnel them here. Great position, sprays 2 of them down, dinks the 3rd in the form of Tarek there. And it will be a very nice round for FaZe to pick up there, just when they need it as well. It felt like they were dropping off somewhat, and that's going to just revitalize them completely. Now they bring out the AWP. The rifles are there. They recover AK-47s, and they're right back in this. 4-1 now in the second half. Money certainly available for Cloud9. Skadoodle finding the confidence once again with the AWP. Currently sits on 12 frags, 10 deaths, as he tries it for the first time here on the terrorist forces. Cloud9 take their second time out so far, just working out what kind of pace they want to be operating at, whether they'll go for the set pieces. And Valence, the coach behind them now, will just be working things out as we get into round number 21. 12-8 is the overall scoreline in favor of Cloud9, still on the T side. The Guardian will go for a pick at the start. Normally picks towards the underpass from top of middle, can go towards B as well. This is a big round for either team. Whoever wins this one likely sends their opposition to an eco. If Cloud9 can do that and get the 13th round and force FaZe to an eco, that's massive. It'd have to be all 5 kills to guarantee the eco, but we'll see what happens here. The round is underway. Remember, all of my still eco of AKs makes them a lot more deadly on the CT side.
Oh, absolutely. And armor always going to be bought for the Ts because typically you're against M4s. That negates it. There is still 2 M4s, a lot of damage already. And Banana is starting to be a bit of an argument early in the rounds as FaZe once again trying to establish a presence. Deep smoke, 2 Molotovs, 1 extinguished, but still that puts Nico beyond the half hole at least at this point in time, and no one from Cloud9 inside of it. So jostle for position, a game of tug of war going in favor of FaZe early on, at least minute 22, and a bit more action over toward A. Instead, as Rain will back off and try and cover the pit, and Guardian will transfer. Take his off back over toward the arch side instead. Oh, he's audacious to run out with no information at all. Jumps by Skadoodle. That could have easily resulted in the op on the T side winning the duel. Inside a boiler. Automatic and rush to wait.
Yeah, very slow pace round this one, 40 seconds. Not clear where they'll end up as the bomb's only just recovered now. I think a very similar execution to what we saw, and the pistol will be coming through. That smoke towards Arch, 1 towards Library. Try and bust up together towards the A side, but Rain, Olaf, Meister, certainly Guardian ready for this one. Smokes to be deployed now. Focus on the arch side, and they've got a lot of work to do and not a lot of time to do it.
Good positioning as well because Kerrigan is on the other side of the arch, so they're going to be funneled either toward Guardian or toward Kerrigan.
Oh, no.
The on missing shots is going to be problematic, and Kerrigan through the flames surprises Tarek. But Automatic is the man with trumps as he holds off toward the small pit. It is just Nico rotating, and he's going to rotate away from the bomb. Another round to Cloud9, still only 1 for FaZe, and that is the most recent round, meaning a reset. Yes. Is hitting them. They did keep a fair number of players alive in the last, so they'll be able to force around this AK, more so because he gets a kill on a rush and keeps it. But it's going to be very desperate.
It will be, and it's such a difficult time to call it. They have to take a pause and work out, is this worth it? We've got Nico and an AK. Money's gone. But what a round from Cloud9.
The encouraging factor is that they won the last round. They had one rifle. That might actually persuade them to go that direction. Remember Kerrigan with the M4, but this is huge for Cloud9 to be on 13 rounds. And if they do force, maybe even 14 with no money on the FaZe side.
There you have it, Cloud9 wrapping towards the A side there. Good smokes to remove Guardian. You can see he could do nothing there. I think he was unlucky. The shots he was taking through the smoke, you expect at least one of those to hit. They were so close, but as soon as they heard him take his penultimate shot, they were ready and waiting, and then he would took the final. They run through, take him down in the library. Kerrigan tries to run through the flames. He gets one kill, but then shut down. A very chaotic round, but that's where Cloud9 thrives, right in that chaos. As we get into round number 22 here, they will force by. They just about get Guardian on an AWP. There's pistols out, UMPs, a saved AK. It's not as bad as we might have thought, as Guardian knows he might have to find these opening picks. But FaZe are now on the precipice of going out in the quarterfinals. This was a lock-in for them. It'll be so disheartening to go out in this sort of fashion, but Cloud9, what a recovery. Cannot argue with this so far. Molotov's in, good banana control found. It will be Skadoodle towards those T-steps still. The bomb is still down. Guardian not going for the pick anymore. Falls back to that more defensive line. A execution, not likely. It looks like B control is where they're heading. 3 players there right now. Rush holding towards second middle. Skadoodle is waiting for the picks from the underpass. And I'm almost certain now this will be the B full execution with the smokes. The Molotov you're seeing towards the coffins, the CT spawn area. Molotov's in. Could even Molotov the back right. That one's going to be for first oranges here.
How does Rush make himself relevant in this? He's still sitting on the boiler balcony. Certainly wants to contain the FaZe players with a benefit of the doubt. Maybe even catch rotations, or is he just going to join in the charge? It certainly seems he's going to do the latter, but the charge is being shut down because Nico has them lined up. He can drop back fade through the smoke that conceals and makes it hard for Cloud9 to find a trade kill. Kerrigan's found not only one, but Nico comes back in for another, and Automatic is last standing directly in the sight until Rush arrives. He's done so, but not much he can do on 19 HP. Kerrigan's got more from behind Nubox, and Guardian finally gets the off in position. Great round from FaZe.
Absolutely, holding strong on that B bomb side. Nico doing everything he can to find those opening picks, and great work from Kerrigan as well. Through the smoke, every bullet in the clip of that UMP, he finally gets it on number 25. And then stays alive for so long, finding damage, just ducking and weaving the utility. They're running out of time, and Cloud9 had no choice but to run towards him together. I think that's going to force them into an eco. It is indeed. They won't take the partial by really. Skadoodle does go for some armor with the CZ, the Deagles. There are some PG-50s and basic utility for them, but Guardian, that's more like a headshot towards Automatic to kick things off. That was right towards that underpass, and Nico looking to set himself up with that AK, knowing they're on pistols now. He can just get established at the barrels here with the smoke down on T-steps as well. Kerrigan could even consider leaving him in that position alone if they really wanted to.
So Olaf and Rain together. How quickly Cloud9's economy crumbles. They'll have to go with style and with speed if they want to catch off this positioning, especially with Rain with the ability to drop down. Stewie with the only kill so far on the Guardian. Gonna turn around, and Kerrigan resumes duties from the same position. 13-10 as they start to close the distance.
Oh yes.
Cloud9 willing to sit for one more.
Might have to, yeah. That's what they decide to do. They could get fully bought on 4 of the players. It's just Tarek is a little bit further behind. He can still get AK armor though. And they'll go for the partial once again. Very conservative scenes here from Cloud9. map3 for Stewie, CZ's out. These rounds are always possible, but not likely. Maybe the map3 for Stewie were to push some smokes and see what's available. Tarek goes back to buy a smoke, so that suggests they've got some sort of set piece in mind, an execution. But what's happened there?
That's interesting.
So he must have got naded by Stewie because he assisted and ran through his own Molotov. We didn't see that.
Just trying to spot it now. I think it's in Banana.
Yeah, it was. He would have gone aggressive at the start. It will be Guardian to go back with the AWP there. But yes, Nico has burnt to his own Molotov there. It was right in the middle of Banana, so that's why I'd assume he either gets tagged out by Stewie or naded and then didn't realize his flames were so deep and wanted to try and get that initial bit of damage inflicted, but it's worked against him. They won't be able to recover the rifle. Guardian took care of that and hid it away.
Down to mid walls. As Nade goes out from Olaf, he'll peek, flash. They were turned away and deterred from vision, but still that gives him enough to find a kill. It's automatic only with one in return on the CZ. Rain is forced in the pit. Is he ready for rush? Because he drops down, and suddenly Cloud9 take back the advantage. Bomb planted and 2 AKs to work with. Rush as well with full head armor, as 2 with automatic.
This is crazy. Carragher's with 22 HP. What's the play there to swap weapons?
Get the op back in the low HP, so he's got a chance to find the shot like Guardian, go hunting, and the op needs to be ready to quick scope in. In fact, doesn't go for the broken wall side. Looks toward deep side of pit, and Rush is able to capitalize as a result of the tunnel vision, and now Guardian wants the op back because he wants to run away. He may not even get that far behind the pillar. Skadoodle with the kill, 14 rounds Cloud9, and that is going to throw the money into turmoil.
They'll have enough to have a mishmash of a buy. So Nico, oh my goodness. He straight up just ran through the flames. I didn't think he realized how much there were down there. My God, was that the play that's given the game up? They will buy into this round. Cloud9 in touching distance of closing this one out, going to the semi-finals. Final buy comes in, Guardian Orb, Rain, CZ, UMP for Olaf Meister. Lose this one, it's series point, and there will be actually no money. Guardian doesn't dare challenge the T-steps, too much of an advantageous angle for the Ts. AK in the hands of the terrorist towards B. They're going for that basic control, automatic looking to complete the default towards the apartments. Guardian, he must be feeling a lot of pressure now. So many blunders from FaZe and that self-kill in the Molotov at the worst possible time.
Is it enough for Cloud9? If they get this round, it could be done. Olaf again will play with Rain. Smoke both at the top of Banana and towards CT. And further smoke deployed. The CTs at top middle. They still have 3 to work with at 51 seconds, so there's decent utility left. They'll double up the one toward top mid, hold them out further. At the 40-second mark. The smokes remain both on Nico at B. And that is all, and he's used his now. Top Banana, not going to be relevant as they head over toward the arch. Olaf with the first kill, though, does take down automatic. And he'll fall and funnel inside of the site to set with Rain, who still has an angle on the doorway, hoping that there will be people flooding in from the apartments. Instead, though, it's going to be a triple wrap on one side. He gets aggressive, good timing. Not only does he get rush, he gets a gun, and Guardian has kills. So too does Olaf in the corner, and they steal the round back.
Clean sweep at that. Their money problems have been solved. Back and forth we go, 14-11. Cloud9 will not find series point just yet. The UMP's doing a tremendous amount of work there. This is Olaf Meister getting it done. His teammates take all the aggro away. Skadoodle almost had a chance to pull the trigger there, but not meant to be. Double orb set up on the CT side now. And I think we'll take a tactical timeout as this one starts to come to its logical conclusion. FaZe, very well set now. They'll have a full buy, all the bells and whistles, the utility, the defuse kit, the double orbs in the hands of Nico, though. We discussed this before, Matt. When he has the AWP in B, sometimes it can go horribly wrong.
It can go very well also, but you're right, the potential for failure is there. Stewie's already bought.
Okay,
I think if you're Cloud9 here, I think you justify it. Because you know you're going to break them down and get map point in doing so, and you've still got a very slight bet of rounds, in which now you'll have second round lost bonus. It means you only have to eco for 1. And for bomb plant, you'll be set and ready to fight before you even get to a tie game. So, they'll do exactly that. Tarek to the Galil. Decent utility as a result of that decision, as opposed to going for the AK-47. They'll be contained for the moment. There's the second op. Nico has it. The smoke down. He nails Stewie through it. Just a slight gap. You can see them moving across the top of the stairs.
Yeah, absolutely right there. Can see just the feet as they jump across there. He has asserted his dominance. He can jump up on the half wall now, and that's such a strong position for Orpers. Nico nails the first shot, funneling up towards middle. And now 4 AKs have to see what they can salvage here.
You want to revenge the major? Sure, you wanted to send a message and dominate them, but it was 15-11 when Cloud9 forced out overtime. It's 14-11 for Cloud9, and FaZe trying to force back into this game. Shut down everyone wrapping toward the arch, as automatic is the last alive against 5. Make it 4, but even still, it's a tall order. Guardian's low HP.
Wow.
Goes for the peak. with confidence on the AWP.
Well, he's going to need it. That's a huge round from FaZe, especially Nico, has the balls to face towards the barrels there and takes down the player through the smoke. Stewie 2K drops as Nico, as we said, manages to find that solo position on B. It's such a difficult pick to make, but if you nail it, you're going to have full control of that area of the map. I think this is the full eco now from Cloud9. A chance for us to really tie things up. 14-12 right now in favor of the North American squad, but no chance of winning this one. I say that now. I said that on Cash as well.
I've tried to teach myself to stop saying such things. Nice bounce nade, lands top alt middle and automatic is 36 HP left all of a sudden. Rain smoke off the end of the apartments. And 27. Wrap toward the arch once more. The last time they went this direction, they got absolutely destroyed. Guardian, something.
Hello?
Something's wrong. Yeah, they're saying abort. They're trying to call it off. It was at, okay, so hang on. Here's the problem in this. This is gonna be a super interesting call because that was at 1 minute. If I was Cloud9, I'd be playing this round out. And I think they are. They're gonna go back. I'm gonna make my point clear in a moment because Stewie now takes down Rain. This round I think is on because Olaf gets taken down. I think Cloud9, this is a dramatic way of doing it. There was no damage done at 1 minute. Guardian clearly lagged out before the 1 minute mark, but the call for the abort came after the kill and at the 58-second mark.
You're right. Technically, this is the round that's on.
And Cloud9 smartly played it out because listen, again, it was literally on the threshold. If that abort call came in before the damage and 1 second sooner, it would have been no question the game would have been stopped. This might lead to a dispute. I wouldn't be surprised if we have a bit of a talk over this, but smart from Cloud9 to play that.
So, Guardian crashed apparently, but they did kill him and it was called after he died.
He crashed when you wrote, and sorry.
This is Carrigan saying
exactly.
That. So
this is a debate, and I can completely understand FaZe's argument because it was clearly 1 minute and 2 when we saw Guardian standing there. The kill and damage came in at 1:01. The call for the abort was made at 58 seconds. 1 minute and no damage are the rules that allow a stop and a round reset. So buckle your seatbelts. We're going to be in for a very large admin debate.
So, we did see Guardian. We were a little bit unsure as to why he wasn't moving. It's obvious something happened there. But that is technically, I say technically, it's down to the rule book, like Matt said. It was beneath the 1 minute mark, and a kill had been made before the call. Sure, technically that is a round for Cloud9, but they might be given the choice at this point. I don't know.
That is presuming that that rule still stands. I know that that was E-League and it was adopted by most leagues afterwards. And the players have all agreed to it in most tournaments, so that should still be the standard. We won't talk about any money situations as a result of this, obviously. If it stands, Cloud9 sits on map point, but they've all got their headsets off. I really do think this is going to be taken back, you'd say upstairs in the NHL when they go to video review. This is going to be taken backstage and discussed quite heavily. And one of the admins is going to have to either make a very tough decision and show some guts, or make a very logical decision and perhaps view it from the other aspect. The question for me comes is when the crash happened or when the stop is called, because that really dictates how this is gonna play out, because clearly the crash happened before the minute, before damage, but the call was made after.
Well, I think from what I can see, they're gonna replay the round. Well, actually, no, they're discussing it, and now Stewie just said up to the admins at this point, I think. Okay, that's all we can really say on the matter. We don't actually know unless the admin comes out and cleanly says what's happening here. From the chat they were having, I thought they were about to just replay, but the admins need to make their decision.
The counter argument is that Guardian was saying that he said in TeamSpeak that he was lagged out. The admin would have heard that as his argument. I still think it has to be called in-game. So it's entirely down to a 2-second threshold between when this matters and when this doesn't.
It depends what the admin's feeling like right now. Is he going to follow it right down to the T in terms of the rule book, or is he going to use his better judgment and see, well, okay, this is obviously a weird situation, and with the 1 second threshold or whatever it is, maybe he'll just make his call based around that. I think, if we're being completely honest, the right call in this particular instance, if he was crashed throughout the majority of that situation, no kill was made, it needs to be replayed, but time will tell. If you are just joining us, what an amazing time you have found yourself at. We've had 2 maps played already. This is the 3rd and final map, and controversy hits the tournament as Guardian crashed as they made their final commitment towards the A side. They did indeed win the round off that. FaZe could not find any kills, and with that round win, Cloud9 found series points. But it's up to dispute now as to whether the game goes on. Does it go back and we replay the round where Cloud9 have pistols? We'll find out momentarily.
And credit to Cloud9. They played, I'm sure they'll accept the decision either way because they'll be understanding of it. It can go both ways in these situations, and obviously, just as any sport, you don't wish unwell upon your opponent in order to achieve victory. They want to earn this as much as anyone else, but they smartly played out the round. They smartly finished it because that way they can still be in it for the decision. This is the replay, so watch the clock. Guardian's front library. At this point, there's 1:10. It's 1:02 when I noticed that Guardian wasn't moving much. We'll see it from his perspective momentarily. Again, minute and no damage. There is actually damage done to automatic. Guardian went down at 1 minute and 1 second. That's the other thing that could come back in this. Automatic's already been dealt damage. So that could also be brought in as a factor because typically that's included in the decision that the round has already started. There's already been an effect of the actions, but it was 1 minute and 1 second. The abort call was called 2 seconds after that.
Yeah, we've laid it all out there, man. It's going to be up to the admins at this point, and that's a very difficult call and a horrible time for this sort of decision to come in on just as we get into the very peak of the excitement here. That currently stands at 15-12 for Cloud9, debating that obvious issue now, but what an amazing finish this Inferno game is having. As back and forth we go, it's Cloud9 looking to close this one out.
Oh, the call's been made. Cloud9's just admitted to it. They are going to restore. They're replaying the round. So we go 14-12.
Well, I feel like that's a correct call in terms of the finish to this game and where it could go in terms of FaZe. So the round will be completely replayed. We'll match Medikit and find ourselves at 14-12 again, remember, with the force bite from Cloud9.
Kerrigan is being a sport about it, but Cloud9 are too. Again, they'll understand that this goes both ways. Debatable what the result would have been, but we guess we'll never know. And to be fair for Cloud9, look, talk about a rivalry that's heating up between these two teams. You want to earn these victories. Yes, okay, you'll take them when you can get them. Anyone would, but you don't want the asterisks on it. You want to make sure you earn this fair and square. So 14-12 is where we sit.
So just resetting the server now, getting everything back. As to what it was, it shouldn't take too long at this point. The decision has been officially made. Remember, the same thing happened to Cloud9 in Kiev map. Had an alt tab issue. Seems like Windows updates or something's going on, I have no idea. But Cloud9 in a very similar situation, maybe even worse, because he was actually at map point when he knew a flank was coming in towards short alt tabs and then couldn't find the kill. But it looks like everything has been reset at this point, and I can see 14-12 has been brought into the server right now. And it looks like we should be back into it.
So, set back, server's ready. Olaf just double checking that his teammates are also all ready because TeamSpeaks will have to now be unmuted. Everyone's got to settle back in. Money restored, matches medics. We go 14-12, and Cloud9 have to earn that 15th point.
They definitely do. So tantalizingly close there, and we'll see if they can finish things off. They actually don't force by this time. They will be on the P250s and Glocks. So, holding towards T-steps. Rush with 2 flashbangs. Guardian watches that T-step area, hits the first shot, doesn't find the kill though. Tarek down to 45. Kerrigan will push towards the smoke at the bottom of Banana here. Still anyone's game. The money's not amazing by any stretch for Cloud9. If Kerrigan goes down quickly here, Nico could panic somewhat. He'll get 2, and Nico should confirm it there and then. PT50's out, just wants to make sure he gets a quick kill here, and that's going to be it. Lovely stuff from Nico. Very stylish. 14-13 comes in. In terms of the money, Cloud9 are back on track.
Certainly are. Gun round of all gun rounds, because loser of this with very little left. I say that, there's actually quite a bit for FaZe, so Cloud9 maybe up against a fierce full opposition. A fierce opposition, I should say, in both of the rounds. Whereas if they lose this, they'll almost have to play for overtime when the max loss bonus builds up. This would be the 4th in a row for FaZe. Again, similar to Cloud9, they're the ones to try and force out overtime. Perhaps one better on Inferno this time around. Smokes again deep in Banana. That's become the standard for FaZe. Kerrigan and Nico will both play back in the side immediately after, however. Stewie stays all the way down to the bottom of T-stairs, anticipating perhaps that there might be a push down Banana. Tarek will join at the top of middle. Guardian gapping that smoke due to the fact that it made collision.
Here we go, much slower round as all players actually go towards mid. Guardian takes the first shot, no problem there whatsoever. Huge gap in that smoke allows him to find the first pick.
Easily achieved, and he resets and repositions with a smoke of his own to hold automatic at bay. That allows Olaf to get closer to Rain. They're going to double the pit. And in doing so, Kerrigan is more than confident to stay on the B site. This setup and the time being bled looks to me like it's possibly a 14-14 game. Cloud9 has their work cut out for them, and they have to isolate Guardian at the very least. Kerrigan knows that the smoke's now gone in front of him, so he'll be in a better supportive position. He'll rotate to Library. Kerrigan covers off the backside of the arch. Very, very tough for Cloud9 to break apart this crossfire, especially if Kerrigan goes for a fast peek when they're not ready for it. Stewie walks directly into it. Changes his angle. Stewie's able to at least get the shot back, and no response as of yet. Rush. My goodness, how does he possibly get out? He's got to almost go backwards when he jumps out because he's cut off. It's automatic left alone against 3, and Guardians tied this game on 14.
Definitely has. Stylish stuff from Guardian. 2 kills to close out the round. He opened things up and certainly finished them as well. We're all tied up, 4 rounds in a row for FaZe. And what's the call from Cloud9 now? They got $3,000 per player. They'll have to take an eco and allow FaZe. Oh my goodness, I think they've gone all in. No, $1,000 per player, okay. So.
With 3,400 minimum coming next round.
So that's okay, I thought they'd gone for everything there. So P250, CZs. They have got the armor, a few smokes and flashbangs. Looks likely that FaZe will find series point here.
Guardian will back off yet again. Not a moment too soon if he was going to have the nade in his hand. 2 AKs and 2 M4s. Go quickly toward Kerrigan, who's traded out. Guardian now has to position himself at Library. Great shot to catch Rush, tight angle. They could have easily run by him, which automatic does do, gets him in the air. He turns around, it's Skadoodle the kill. Automatic trying to find Guardian, thank you very much. Guardian will accept that all day long.
Well, indeed, and that should be the round complete. Got a little bit uncomfortable there with Kerrigan going down, but maybe there's a few more twists and turns. Maybe not, though. Skadoodle taken by Nico, and that's going to be it. Stewie through the smoke, of course, but he's got to recover the bomb, and there's CTs all around him. Flashbangs will come in, and there it is. Series points for FaZe. Has to be overtime now for Cloud9. Backs to the wall, and they'll take a final timeout here, the last one. Have to make it overtime. Great shots from Guardian again.
This is where it's a bit unfortunate. The lag shot actually pays off because Skadoodle thought he had an angle to Guardian. Keeps him alive in it, and you're right, it is series point for FaZe. Cloud9 have worked so hard to pull back into this. Not so much Inferno, as they had command of it for a while, but series overall, after getting battered on their map choice. Remember, they picked Overpass and looked completely lost on it. They looked like they were out on Cash as well. What's Skadoodle going for?
Not the orb, that's for sure. AK-47, they are fully equipped. Do or die time. FaZe need 1 to take them to the semi-finals. Cloud9 need this to force overtime. If it makes it there, it's going to be electrifying in here. We'll see what happens. Olaf Meister with the AWP. Actually, fall back as Guardian takes a lot of damage there at the very start of the round. He was positioned towards B and was in the flames.
Interesting decision. Get rid of the second op that early. So they'll stick to the rifles rather than try and get an additional op toward Arch. Nico's gonna rotate over early. Do we have another overtime between Cloud9 and FaZe on Inferno?
Could happen. Absolutely. Guardian 53. They have an advantage for now, at least.
30 kills for Automatic, 28 for Kerrigan, again, who leads the way.
Yeah, he's doing great in his best of 3.
Second map he's led for his team. Kill distribution is actually very even between both squads. The next closest is 19 on Guardian and 17 on Rush on each respective team. So one man leads, the rest to follow. Quite literally in Kerrigan's case. Smokes down to isolate quad side. 4 men to defend the A bomb site. Nico being one of them, getting back inside of the arch, and Kerrigan looking to peek when he gets information from Nico because he's slightly more forward. I say that, then the smoke lands. Now it's going to be just Nico, and he's committed to being inside of this tunnel. He's overrun by Rush. Kerrigan wants to strike inside of the smoke. Their back's exposed. He does get Automatic just as the smoke blooms as well, so he gets away with it. And Guardian is coming alive. He misses the second shot, and Skadoodle on a rifle takes down his counterparts, but there's 16 seconds, and the bomb could get caught. Oh. Rain just barely spots Skadoodle, but can't do anything of it. Now if they focus in the tunnel toward him, though, that means they run directly to Tarek! And Tarek with 2 leaves Olaf to clutch it back, or we go the distance yet again. Olaf will try as he might. Bomb is ticking. He has a kit, but no utility, and he's got 3 players to find, knowing well that Tarek is out toward the top of Banana. Skadoodle will slide back in, and Tarek's back. An easy shot, it's 15-15. We've got a repeat.
Everything's reset now. Cloud9 have done it. It took all 30 rounds. They had the lead for the longest amount of time there. FaZe with a valiant comeback, but we'll have to do it all over again. We do not switch sides. It's 16K, MR3. Cloud9 can buy anything they like on the T side. Same goes for FaZe. They can bring out the double orbs if they see fit. I don't think they will. They'll probably stay on the rifles for now, but what a great position from Tarek. Had to hit this kill, certainly nailed it. Takes both of them down. Rain and Kerrigan drop. And we begin here. FaZe will go for that single orb setup. Skadoodle on his as well. And it all starts again.
I could watch these 2 teams play just this map over and over again. Guardian trying to get the early shot toward mid. We haven't seen him go for that often, so why not throw it in now? Flashed off the angle and no one peeking means no kill. Boost for Nico.
Yes, so this is him getting set up, looking towards that log position. Smoke's in front of him. He's wanted to see if he can hold this by himself. We talked about this already. Kerrigan, confident in Nico's ability to find kills on the half-wall position. It's good for one, finding one, dropping down, retreating. He has got a smoke to work with for now. He only has 1 flashbang, though, left over. If he does go down with nothing, they're in a lot of trouble. Bomb still down at T-spawn for Cloud9. They start to coordinate themselves towards middle. Hitting the 1-minute mark, Rain on the balcony. Olaf Meister on the bomb site. Kerrigan this time will be holding the arch. It's Guardian that rotates towards B. Is he going to swap out of Nico? Is that the plan? Could be. It looks like exactly what will be happening. Nico goes and joins him. Guardian's got a better chance of finding multiple frags there with the AWP.
Absolutely. And again, they didn't elect to run the double op this early in overtime. Just to note as well, unlike the major, in which we had the overtimes, we're not running 10K, we're running 16K with ESL rules. So slight difference in how aggressively they could elect to buy, but they, again, stuck with just the single op. Passing by the archway, a run and gun, slow crouch peek potential. Tarek doesn't expect Nico to re-peek, and Nico gets the kill as a result. Rush does get Rain, but it's still the advantage to FaZe, as Kerrigan and Olaf set for the crossfire, and Olaf far too easily on the corner is able to take down Skadoodle as well. Rush versus 2. Knows that he's there, and he doesn't quite get the pre-fire off because Olaf tried to dictate the peak, but he will get the kill and the bomb down. 5 seconds means the Guardian is going to be pushing. Flash out and go too deep. Guardian can stare directly toward him, but he's blinded and actually caught him. And Rush, he's going to win the round for Cloud9.
4 kills for Rush just when they need him as well. He's been quiet this series, Matt, but if he can post those kind of performances in overtime, all will be forgiven. 1 versus 1, and Guardian can't find the shot. He had the advantage. He saw where the flashes were coming from, but couldn't nail it.
That flash must have bounced back just enough. Remember, it's crosshair placement versus distance to where it detonates. It must have bounced off the wall and just got in front of him, because I would have thought his vision was fine, and he certainly didn't respond to Rush peeking.
Definitely not. 1-0 Cloud9. It felt like Olaf might have done absolutely everything there. Got the kills required. 2 versus 1. Rush steps up though. 4K in the first round of overtime on the T side. This is looking great now. Cloud9 back in the driving seat. Have a slow default. Stewie holds 2 steps, and Carrigan and Nico, same approach towards the B side of the map, leaving Nico set up by the barrels. This is good for them, but it does cost them a lot of utility. It's the same thing. Guardian's going to rotate over now. It's established, and tag out Nico. You'll see that coming. Nico just trying to suggest, I've only got the M4 here, firing off a few speculative shots, and now he'll go back. Exactly what we saw in the previous round.
Didn't work in the previous round, though, did it?
It did not.
To be fair, it did. Everything did, and then Rush just went nuts. They had the advantage. And a 1 versus 3 that was cut apart. Olaf flashed off by, I think, his teammate, if I'm not mistaken. But with the smoke down, no one's going to push through and take him away and out of the equation as a result. As Kerrigan gets toward the arch, in fact, he's going to go more aggressive. And he spots them as well. Back turn! Somehow doesn't hit the shot, surely! He had to take Automatic down. 13 HP. Automatic makes good, and they'll rotate. They'll go toward Nico. Great positioning from Nico, though. Cuts Tarek off.
Yeah, lovely spot there. Nothing Tarek can do about that one. 20 seconds now. They make that final play towards B. It's just Guardian this side. Nico has to patrol CT spawn. There's a smoke to hold them out. Does Guardian have what it takes to at least find a few frags? 10 seconds now. Surely it's enough, but he gets nothing, man. And now the spray has to come in. Nico gets 2. 5 seconds. The bomb will go down. Automatic gets the frag. Back and forth we go. And now the 2 versus 1 begins. Stewie up against it. Player coming from Banana. This kill pretty much decides it. Can he get it? Oh my God, he can. Olaf Meister up against it now.
And he's going to go aggressive on Olaf, who's not going to expect this.
Oh!
How about that? Headset off, and he cheers because that was about as good as you could play it. Automatic gave him help by getting 1 single kill against Nico, who sprayed down through no smokes. None deployed, and Stewie goes aggressive on both. Olaf had no idea. He thought he'd play a time certain finish.
I think he ripped all his peripherals out of the USB port at the same time. The headset came off, and it will be a pause at this stage.
Interestingly, they're going to call this a technical pause,
right,
because of course he doesn't have his
everything
headset in, but that's kind of his own fault, so either way it won't matter. They're going to get the timeout. They'll get Stewie resuited and situated in what is now a Cloud9 2-round lead.
It's understandable though, if you pull off that kind of clutch, given the context of the round and the game, the arena we're in, he's gonna get carried away when he pulls something like that off.
Didn't quite go as far as nothing as to rip off the shirt.
I was gonna say that next. Something about Cloud9 and celebrations interfere in the game, but here we go, 2-0. FaZe, as Matt mentioned, they'll still be fine for money, 16K in this rule set. Stewie, he's not done just yet, wanted to push that smoke, thinks better of it. Nico gets down towards the bottom this time. They've had 2 extremely close rounds, coming down to 1 versus 1 each time.
Coming down to 2 versus 1s. They've been clutched back twice.
Yeah. You're absolutely right.
Which is a bitter pill to swallow. It's Rush and then Stewie that come up incredibly strong in both situations.
What a play, though. Oh, we're aborting the round. So
I think the same issue they're saying again. So I imagine it's Guardian that got somehow minimized. This time they'll happily agree. There is, again, damage done to Nico, but it's inconsequential. There hasn't been any persuasion per se. And well above a minute, so we don't need to speculate on that this time. We'll happily restart it at 17-15.
It's Olaf Meister that had the issue this time.
Remember back to how close the rounds were as well at the major. There was 3 clutches that actually went FaZe's way. This is almost going the opposite, because there was, what was it, Guardian against the Pit. He gets a kill with the pistol, CZ sliding out and gets the defuse with 1 second left. I think the round before that was a one-on-one on a tight defuse. These 2 teams on this map couldn't be any closer.
2-0. We're back into it. Quickly fixed. Guardian on the orb. 3rd and final round. Stewie stepping up. Rush before. Is it enough? It never feels like it is against FaZe. 3-0, I might be believing.
It's off top stairs. Hasn't been a lot of pressure in the apartments as of late. There will be this time. Automatic already makes his way up into Boiler. the left side, happily entered toward the right. Very focused on one perspective of the site. Olaf was in the open, completely blind. If he had vision, dead in the water. Was automatic. He manages to get a kill onto him, but Kerrigan trades it back, and Rain still sits inside of the pits. Nico on rotation. Again, the advantage to FaZe, but again, the bomb planted. Cloud9, can they do it 3 times in a row? Got 2 players to work with this time. Make that one. Skadoodle, your turn, you're up, and he's already got the first. He goes, hits Nico in the smoke as well. He doesn't know it, but he goes back out. He's got the slow. Oh my God, how close is that? How fast is Skadoodle? And his turn to stand up 3 in a row in a 1 versus 2.
He ripped out the peripherals this time. They're all over the desk. 3 clutches in a row against the odds as wow. It's Skadoodle this time to deliver the goods. You'd think he'd be done after not finding the kill in the smoke. He turns around and look at this straight bullet through the box.
Oh my God.
Oh wow. That's unreal, Map.
All right, well, Tarek, your turn perhaps, automatic. Which one wants to clutch next?
So crazy. Well, that applies a tremendous amount of pressure. I think the admin's having a word at Cloud9 and says, maybe just chill out with the celebrations at this point.
If you break him, you gotta buy him, boys. Don't hurt the PCs.
That's still very exciting scenes here. Cloud9, ladies and gentlemen, need 1 round to take them to the semi-final. FaZe Clan will have a lot of work to do here. Nico's left spawn without a weapon. He'll go back and buy one. Oh, and a missed shot from Olaf. That was on a play for him, and we flash now and have to fall back.
So Stewie to hold. FaZe needs 3 rounds if we go into double OT. And I certainly wouldn't rule that out. Double up immediately for Cloud9. They want to close this as fast as possible, but a double up on the T side, Olaf, to go along with Guardian, and Guardian needs to get aggressive. He's already probing toward the top of middle, but not willing to take the peaks just yet. This puts emphasis on finding early picks. Certainly wasn't a problem on their CT side. It was everything else that fell apart in front of them.
What a game. I'm so glad I made it to the 3rd map, and indeed overtime. What the hell was that first half? Either way, mid-control from FaZe now. It will be Kerrigan to lead the charge. A Molotov towards the junk position, but Skadoodle knows there's a chance of a kill here. Nails it, but he'll surely be traded! No, he won't! He's stepping up again, but still, it's an equal trade for now. 2 players down on either side, 3 on 3.
Maybe this is what FaZe need. Let them get the first pick for a change. How quick is Skadoodle?
This is filthy. 30 seconds, Matt. Pressure being applied. They've got to get this bomb down. Where do they go? They go towards B. Stewie's in a great position. A new box is with the AWP. They have to just bite the bullet now and go towards the A side. 20 seconds remaining. Tarek seems to know it, but a flashbang is good. That'll push him off the box. These kills are everything. Tarek's gonna do it. He finds the first, but Nico takes one down, and that should be the plan coming in. Stewie is so far removed from this situation. Obviously, he'll give the clutch a go. But that was very tense for FaZe. The bomb goes down in about 6 seconds to spare.
It's another 1v2, Hank.
I know. I know.
There's no way. Surely, on a rotation with an AWP, has a flash. There's rifles available. He'll immediately go on to the AK. And with Guardian low, he's got to be very careful in that pit. Nade and Molotov, he's going to extinguish it, try and isolate the player directly in the pit. Oh, he's caught Nico!
God.
He's got Nico down, and Guardian only has 17. He knows he's in the pit as well because of the Molotov thrown out, and Stewie's on it. He's going to hold this. Guardian's got to go aggressive. No, wait, not this time. Not this time.
Oh my God.
I don't think I could tolerate it if it happened again. Guardian says he's had enough.
It felt like that defuse was going to come through. Guardian had 1 bullet to keep them in the game. He connects it through the box, gets the headshot. My God. Very good effort from Stu. 7 HP from Guardian. Can you imagine if it went out like that?
What other esport gives you this?
Nothing.
God damn, it's beautiful. Tarek with the nade down mid does minor damage onto Kerrigan and Nico, but we will once again see 2 ops on the CT side. Just 1 this time. It's Guardian, not Olaf.
Well, tension certainly mounting here in the Spodek. 2 more rounds to take us to double overtime, and it's come down to another 2 versus 1. The fate, this time narrowly win. There's a 3-man stack from the Cloud9 boys towards quad. Automatic, alone on the arch side, is Stewie more than happy to be solo on the B-bomb side, it seems. He's been doing that throughout this map. He has the AWP. He wants to have the disadvantage and find the frags. As the bomb's down in second middle, this round starts to build up.
Flash out, automatic. What the smoke will conceal, he soon will reveal as he comes back through, and he uses it to his own advantage to find an immediate kill onto Kerrigan. Again, down to a 3 versus 3 as Olaf wants to work out from the apartments, but he's slowed in his affair. And his attempts, good to find from Guardian to hold off Automatic, who wanted to flank them immediately in the halls. And it puts pressure on Skadoodle. He couldn't quite land it this time. And a 3 versus 1. FaZe is gonna bring this back and go the distance and force a 6th round. Stewie surely a 3rd attempt at it. Can't do much. AWP firing in, spamming, but Guardian's posted and ready. We are far from done, I fear.
Could it be double overtime? They've managed to get the 2-0 here in the second half. One more round will take us there. And the Cloud9 pick it up, that's it. They're in the semi-final. What an epic third map this has been. Inferno always delivers between these two teams. Overpass was weak. Cash was disappointing. This has been magnificent. Final round of overtime. Double orb setup this time for Cloud9. Stewie and Skadoodle once again. Stewie won't be solo, he'll be boosting automatic up. That's towards Spawn. No rush coming in from FaZe. They can't afford to make any mistakes here. They have to go for the methodical defaults here, play it properly, not take any risks. And that's exactly what they're doing as they get the apartments control. Guardian looking towards middle. Tarek, he's in the cubby hole again. He'll be waiting there with the M4 in hand. Skadoodle on the other side of the AWP gets the first shot. The first step into the semi-final, 5-on-4.
Go ahead and wear yourselves out, boys. Astralis will happily take a worn-down team, but my God, the way these two teams are playing in this map, they should be fearing for that match tomorrow. One man down already. Rain, the one to fall. 34 kills for Automatic. Kerrigan on 32 still leads the way for FaZe. Olaf and Rain at the bottom, just in on 16 and 15. Stewie, bottom of mid, behind him with the upper, misses the shot. That surely had to land, and Nico's pulled the round back. And not only that, giving them banana, this forces a rotation and resets what everything Cloud9 had hoped for. All of that information, all of the structure they had on their defense to defend A, and they know this is a race for the B site. 25 seconds, they're all gonna rotate. Cloud9's gonna go for it.
No smokes.
No smokes at all. Flashes aplenty though. Automatics held out. But from the illusion, he's gonna try to push through during confusion. But you're right, they have, or have they? Rush with one, gives Tarek a chance. 1 versus 3, can't hit the first shots, and they have. We are going to double OT. 6 rounds to the T side in overtime.
My God, this game has got everything. 3-0 was surely enough. But no, FaZe deny it. The tenacity is off the charts at this point. 18-18. And they'll stay on their respective sides here. We'll go straight back into the action, same rules apply. This time looking for 22. 21-21. We'll do it all over again, and that could happen. Cloud9 had that in the palm of their hand, that one shot from Stewie map. T-steps. He had it. It was done. If he hits that kill, there's no doubt in my mind they win that round. He didn't necessarily have to challenge it. He had Banana locked down. He could have let his teammates use those crossfires in the A site. It was a nice play. It was a brave play, but one that will come back to haunt him if they do indeed drop out now. Everything reset once more.
And you have to think as well, though, Cloud9 relied on the most ridiculous clutches to get their 3 rounds. FaZe did it a little bit more convincingly, so who do you favor? Those clutches certainly build up confidence, gets you rolling. You can see how stoked they were to jump out of their chairs and cheer, but FaZe has looked, you could argue, the better team. So which holds the hand right now that's gonna win? Hard to say. Double up again for the Cloud9 side. Again, they stay on the CT side, so we never saw the double up from FaZe. We do each and every round almost from Cloud9 on this overtime.
What a spectacle it's been. We get back into it, ladies and gentlemen. 18-18. Guardian with the T-side AWP, and Stewie back on his as well. That double orb setup has been great for them. Familiar sights as Skadoodle will hold towards the arch here. This time joined by Automatic. Smoke towards the arch coming in.
Smoke down. Down, Skadoodle does actually fire into it and hits Kerrigan in the leg. Guardian's gonna start to work around the corner. Kerrigan still on low HP, is very vulnerable to going down from a spray from the pit. Rush is the one to do so. They send a burst to get the information, however, and it's Rain that responds, but Tarek in the double position, only good for one. Fast peek from Guardian again, for the 3 versus 3. 2 to the arch side. In fact, all 3, excuse me, from Cloud9 to the arch side with pit cleared. Bomb plant in, and another leg shot coming through. This time it's automatic on the receiving end. 3 ops still in the round. That's how we started. Obviously, that means Cloud9 has 1 rifle. The man who's tagged to try and retake the site. Guardian is looking controlled. This is my point. FaZe are getting all the advantages mid-round.
Absolutely are. It's going to have to take another massive sort of clutch from Cloud9 here. Automatic and Skadoodle coming in. Just Skadoodle now. He won't be winning this one, I'm afraid. He might even just opt out of the round, knowing that there's actual no chance of him making a dent into it. A good default there by FaZe. You can see all of my saying, I'll just Molotov the bomb. I'll just do it anyway. Whatever happens, they can't defuse it at that point. They're like, you're going crazy. You're too paranoid. It's fine. He's gone. As it will be FaZe to pick up round number 1 here. You're right, though. Their T-sides do look more convincing at this point. Sure, the clutches are very flashy and they look great. But,
well,
yes.
A Polish legend says it best. Taz, no other game gives you this kind of emotional roller coaster. And I don't know if it's Bonnie and Clyde or Jekyll and Hyde, but FaZe and Cloud9 bring out the best in each other. This is unbelievable.
This is crazy. I've really enjoyed this 3rd map, and we'll see if FaZe can continue this good default they're presenting so far. Don't need the flashy strategies at this point. Everything's working to plan. And we'll see if they'll continue that pace. They haven't really gone for any rushes or change things up, just ascertain the map control. What kind of stance are Cloud9 on? It's been very standard so far. Stewie gets set up with a solo warp. 2 players either side of middle. They're a bit more aggressive this time. Cloud9 not playing back on the bomb, so you can see Rush there, actually underneath the quad, baiting Tarek in, who's right next to him. So the idea is he'll challenge, get back up from automatic as well, and then they can see whether they can strike at the same time, whether Tarek will be overlooked. But back towards B they go. This should be the execution. Remember, Stewie there alone. No one going to be rotating to help him out. If they go all at this point, Stewie has to find at least 2 kills, or the retake just won't be possible.
Rush to watch over top of his teammate Skadoodle with Tarek as they watch toward the apartments, but it's on to B. They're going to have to rotate a long way around the map. Good find from Rain. Takes down the only player directly inside of the site. And again, we continue on with the T side dominating the overtime because FaZe with another bomb plant. It's been all 7 rounds played in extra time going on the attack, or to the attacking team, I should say, as Nico is in a great position as well to spot Rush immediately walking into the ruins. And they take the man advantage. A time advantage to go with that as the bomb continues to tick.
Here we go then, it's up to Automatic and Tarek towards the ruins area. Nico knows they're there. Automatic finds the frag though. This could be everything. They're actually in good positions, but it's quickly shut down. Guardian and Nico managed to work in tandem there to shut the round down. 20-18 or 2-0. Great rounds by FaZe. They're looking much better now. They're operating at maximum efficiency, going for that map control and reading that Stewie now is alone. They've actually worked that out, and just going in there, you could see he was struggling. He gets 1 kill, and then he drops. The bomb's planted, the retake, he might as well go for it. It's always going to be a difficult one for the CTs there. They managed to get a couple of kills with Guardian and Nico. Great positions, great teamwork, good synergy, and we're going to the final round. Now FaZe looking for the 3-0 on their T side.
Again, the 3rd straight 3-0 on the G side.
Absolutely.
Did it first, they may have to do it again.
That's unreal on Inferno as well, which is considered a CT-sided map. I don't know how that's happening, but I love it.
Nico already getting established at the logs. Last time he played here, it was long ago when Stewie managed to find the angle on the AWP. He's got the same weapon again, but not going to play it quite the same way. Reveals him. Oh, Stewie couldn't hit the shot on the only opportunity he had, and Nico makes no mistake spraying back through the boards. Again, the early pick, but it's pulled back this time fast enough by Skadoodle that they can try and stabilize this. Rain's force through. Skadoodle didn't expect it. Everyone seems to think Molotovs are force fields. They're not. They run through. Rain doesn't have to go into battle, but he's going to be found and sprayed back. Both players taking damage. Offsetting kill and all of that does go the way of FaZe. It was Nico again, and they get another bomb plant on B. It looks like 3-0 is very likely.
Will Cloud9 have enough on their T side? Time will tell, but still, they'll attempt this retake as Tarek is by the ruins.
Look at the positioning in ruins, though, from Nico and Guardian.
Baiting each other in. Nico's just been set up for days here, and he delivers! 2 kills coming in, looking for the ace. map3, that is unbelievably good. Nico just completely eviscerates them in the final round there, and the hype machine surely has been shut down on the Cloud9 side of the stage.
Yep, that's one way to silence them. 6 in a row for FaZe Clan. They now find themselves on series point in Cloud9. You better do it again. If you relied on clutches last time, get it together and get the whole team involved because, again, aside from those incredible rounds, which will be remembered for years, I'm sure, it's been all FaZe.
That's been 6 rounds in a row now for FaZe. Good Lord. Pressure firmly on Cloud9 side of the server. More power for Skadoodle. And Guardian knows he's got a bit of wiggle room now. He will experiment through the flames and take a lot of damage there. 1 round will do it. Will this match ever come to an end? Time will tell. Stewie might have to take some damage himself here. Just about behind the flames, and Guardian using those Molotovs as a chance to take another pick now. He doesn't know there's a player close by. Stewie is waiting in the doldrums there, as you can see, right on the left.
Does Guardian land the shot? He's been run down a few times. He actually could almost spot their shoulder. They definitely spotted him when he backed up to go for the jump. So Flash, they're hoping that he's at the half wall, but he goes back out, didn't get reset in time, and Rush was ready. Good read from Cloud9. The automatic trying to lurk is cut down by Olaf, but they open up the site. The early rotation based on Guardian's position means Cloud9 can get a plant. Tarek's got Nico as well. And that means the fastest threat from CT is gone. Rain and Olaf are completely spread out, and they're going to try and take this. Obviously, they've got money. We talked about it, 16K. But one of them, out of the 2, is going to have to be incredible because they're offset in their positions. Olaf starts it, spots Skadoodle, but he's quicker on the AWP, and it's Rain. Can he replicate Cloud9? Not a chance. Another T-sided round in overtime as Cloud9 pick up their first attempt at pulling this into a 3rd overtime. They need 2 more.
It really feels like that solo AWP player is not working out for either side here. Charlotte really bolsters the defense over towards A, but overall, Guardian goes down there with absolutely nothing. And you can see what kind of dramatic effect it has. It means as soon as they get that bomb down, it's very unlikely the CTs are going to retake the bomb site. 2 more required from Cloud9 for triple overtime. Just 1 for FaZe, just to reiterate, to see them in the semi-finals. 22 will do it. Rain nades down towards bottom of mid. No damage inflicted, and Nico's getting aggressive towards bottom of the banana once more. He can hear footsteps here. He's gone right down to the bottom, and he'll have Carrigan with him as well. He has the silenced M4, and he'll be looking to bait Nico in the best he can. He wants to show a bit of presence from the barrels, and just allow him to maybe get some damage in, and Nico can swing out.
Just to go back and clarify something, someone brought it to my attention. I said it was 1 minute and no damage done. It's 1 minute or no damage done on that ruling. So the damage to automatic was inconsequential. I know that's behind us at this point, but just so that everyone's on the same page. How many more pages will be written in this game? Cloud9 needing yet another round. And automatic's going to be patient as always. Toward Boiler. FaZe is not fooled. They're not going to go for anything uncharacteristic to try and close this. They've still got 2 rounds in which they can do so. Who would have thought it's the CT-sided round that's all the difference on Inferno. Ball for automatic and Tarek. Skadoodle still posting to try and get them around the corner by way of a kill.
Well, good mid control here. Cloud9, good position. Nico in towards the arch. Tarek will be challenging him. It's up to Nico to find that kill, but the bomb resides towards the quad side. 19 seconds, final commitment comes through.
Flashed off, Olaf over the top. Manages to get Stewie, but it's automatic and Skadoodle now rush as well to take down Rain and give the advantage to Cloud9. 8 seconds, bomb's gonna be planted, and Tarek will take Nico out of the equation. We're not done, not yet, at least. Unless Guardian says something otherwise. He started off very well in position coming around from quad, fires in. Actually, it's automatic through the box. Tarek not wanting to face, and they're gonna try and double peek this. Don't give Guardian the chance to get the AWP shots, but he does! Thankfully, Tarek finds the angle just enough. And Cloud9 will force out round 6 in overtime 2. On 42 overall.
Can you imagine if that was the way it finishes? Guardian wins that clutch out of nowhere. Well, Cloud9 doing an incredibly good job there towards A. Got the control. CT's ready in the pit. This can't find multiple frags being traded for days. These AKs are proving troublesome for them. Guardian came tantalizingly close there. One more bullet again would have done it. Final round of double overtime. Will FaZe find this on the CT side? No one can pose rounds here. I feel like the CTs are just playing such default and basic rounds. Maybe they mixed things up and went for one of those aggressive pushes down middle. If you've got a 3-0 start match, surely there's rushing players down middle, going towards second middle, going for that first pick just to throw a span in the works. That would be beneficial, right? But it's all very standard. Automatic rush in the apartments. You can see they can run their defaults, no problem. There are 4 players again towards middle. Nico's is like, you know what, I'll just play B. Let me do this. I can get a couple of frags. You guys don't even let them have mid control. Deny everything.
And that is the switch to get the off back out of that position. You're right. Derek with spam, perhaps trying to bait someone in toward the top of middle. Guardian, because he body blocked the smoke again. I think he, oh, okay, I thought he did. I couldn't quite see underneath of the camera angle, so he doesn't have the same gap that he did last time, but look at the positioning. With Kerrigan, Rain, and Olaf all ready to face the top of middle if they want that mid control.
Oh, here we go to B again. The bomb not committed, rushing towards the apartments, but they are going to finish up at this side of the map. Guardian gets towards the coffins. Nico first oranges. Can the sniper towards Emo now do it? It will be an equal trade. That's Rush, at least showing presence. That will buy his teammates some time in the 4-on-2. Guardian, he needs to find this first shot. Nico's going to strike first, only gets one. Guardian now starting to step up.
He softens them up, Nico. Just enough time as well for Guardian to react because he knows then they absolutely are committing, but he's burning forced out. Still hits the shot. Automatic has to try and pull this back. It's all down to him and another 2 versus 1 for FaZe. Surely they convert this time. Smokes down mean they can't spot him, and it gives them position at Orange's 2 HP. He needs headshots on both with the AK, and he knows Kerrigan is trying to bait him into a shot. They're gonna go together. This is the way to play this. Him solo, and them sneaking out mean FaZe finally closed the game, and it's revenge from the major in perhaps a mirrored fashion. They moved on to play a